If I hadn't run away... Oh, never mind.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. So in this episode, we're going to talk about Berenice, the bastard. And oh my god, I can't just emphasize this enough. Go level her up straight away to level 50. This is one of the best rare esper when you are progressing into the game, even until very late game. Like I'm still using her at late game before Leon came out, before Abigail came out. Like she was one of my, always must have Esper in my lineup because she can replace every single healer in every single lineup because of her skill set. So let's just go straight into her first skill. First skill attacks one enemy 3 times, total damage 40% attack. So in total you're gonna deal 40%. Don't forget the total damage here. So the damage is not much. This is just a bonus, like a nice additional damage from her. You cannot expect Berenice to deal damage. This is not each damage. Remember, this is a total damage. So that means that each attack will deal like probably 10% attack or something, but that is not what she is here for. Like you're not gonna want her to deal damage, even if this is a typo, like if each attack deals 40% attack, that means that her damage is still normal, it's at 120%, but then again you're not gonna increase her attack anyway. And the chance here, 30% chance of inflicting defense down for 2 turns. This is for each attack. So even though the chance is low, sometimes this is kind of like 50-50. You can still get a nice defense down, but don't rely too much on this because the chance is really low. You just have 3 chances to inflict the defense down. That's it. Now the second skill attacks one enemy 3 times, total damage 60% attack, 50% chance of reducing the enemy's AP by 15%. Also, again, this is total damage, so see, her damage is really low. Like even if this, its damage, like the total is only gonna go up to 180%. It's quite nice, but again, her stats is not on the attack. 50% chance of reducing the enemy's AP by 15% is also a nice addition. This is also for this single skill. I don't think you can reduce the enemy's AP by 45%. Like within the 3 attacks, you have a 50% chance of reducing the enemy's AP by 15%. Quite alright to have, not really something like this. Both of the first skill and the second skill is just a filler, and this cooldown is 3 turns. The thing that brings Berenice into, like, for myself, like S tier is the third skill. Like this third skill is just insanely good. Like if you ever have like a Billimon like in early and mid game, and you think about like which one should you invest for in your Billimon, straight up give it to Berenice. Like she will make your lineup immortal because of this third skill. The third skill grants recovery and shield to all allies for 2 turns. Shield strength 22% of Berenice's maximum HP, and this is because of the Billimon. This is what you are aiming for. And then allies with a buff gain shield strength plus 30%. So when she is paired with other esper that can give buff, like for example Dahlia, like she moves first, give everyone attack up and critical rate up, and so her shield get increased by another 30%. So that means that from 22% of Berenice's maximum HP, you increase it by another 30%, which means it can go up to around 28% or something, So 28% of Berenice's maximum HP is almost 1/3 of her HP. And so if you stack HP stats on her like crazily high, like for example, I'm gonna give her my Abigail's relic here, because Abigail performed the similar feat as her, but even after you have Abigail, like she doesn't compare with Berenice, because after you have legendary esper, your investment on legendary esper is using legendary Abilimon, which is hard to come by. You need to grind that shit every single day. And you still need to think of which Esper, a legendary Esper you want to invest on. But for Berenice, rare Abilimon is not that rare. It's really easy to grab the rare Abilimon, and thus you obviously gonna be able to max all of her skill here. And I do recommend very much to max this as soon as possible. Like if you ever have a chance to which Esper you gonna max the skill first, go for Berenice. Like in my play also, when I first played this game, I saw every single Esper, and straight away I knew for sure the first ever Esper that I gave my Abilimon to. This is not because of my history. Okay, it's not biased because of that, but I knew full well what I'm doing. I straight away invest on Berenice because this thing makes my whole lineup immortal. I can finish every single content in the game without any casualties because of Berenice. So the thing that makes this OP is that this recovery and shield lasts for 2 turns and the cooldown is only 3 turns. So if you give her this ocean set, see, if she gets lucky in between those 3 turns, like in between those 2 turns to trigger the ocean at least once, she has permanent shield to all her allies and permanent recovery. And recovery at the start of each turn heals the buff Esper for 15% maximum HP. That means in 2 turns you're gonna heal 30% of everyone's maximum HP. You don't even need a healer at this point, because even though you don't heal like 100% of allies HP, unlike Changpu, for Berenice, the HP that you get hit by the enemy got covered by the shield. So when you are at low health or mid health or even at full health, the enemy will need to break Berenice's shield first before they can even reach your main HP. So your main HP will remain untouched, and this is almost a permanent shield. And every single turn you're gonna heal 50% of your maximum HP. Good luck in killing my Esper at that point. And final shield strength plus 10% here if you manage to increase her resonance here. Now going into your equipment. Obviously, if you do have ocean set, then go for ocean. But in Rival Rune, the game developer recommend the wind, because with wind you can also rotate really well with her, because her skill only has 3 turns cooldown. Like this one is still a gamble. Like ocean is kind of like a gamble. If you proc your ocean, then you're gonna have permanent shield, but if you don't, then you don't get the bonus speed that wind set gives you. So it's just pros and cons. Usually my decision, my rule of thumbs when choosing whether to use ocean or whether to use wind is whether my skill is affected by item cooldown reduction or not. Like for example, I think the easiest one is gonna be Gaius. Like this one, this ability's cooldown is not affected by anything. Like if you see that kind of sentence, or there is also one that I think, but I forget which Esper, like this ability cooldown is not affected by equipment. That means that obviously you're not gonna use your ocean. Oh, I think it's on Cecilia. I think it's on Cecilia. Where is Cecilia? Yeah, because I don't have Cecilia yet. So there it is. So her skill here, this one, Crimson Protection cooldown is not affected by other effects. Yeah, this is the same. This one is not affected by abilities and is also not affected by equipment. So yeah, if you have that kind of restriction, then obviously don't use your ocean, but you can use your wind. So if you go using Cecilia, then use a wind set so that she will rotate her cooldown very fast. But for someone that doesn't have that kind of restriction, go for a fast ocean. Like I have plus 121 speed in here with 43,000 bonus HP. Yeah, that's why I said good luck in killing my shield here. And this is why like Berenice is really insanely strong very early, mid, and even at late game. Because even at late game, like if you compare her with someone like Abigail here in terms of the shield, Abigail only gives 13% of Abigail's maximum HP plus 25% of the target's lost HP. So if your allies doesn't have any lost HP, she only gives 13% of Abigail's maximum HP as shield, thus making that Berenice gives far more a shield to a healthy allies compared to Abigail. This is the insane part about Berenice. And even for like Esper that also gives shield, she still pretty much gives more shield than any other Esper. Like for example, like Clara's shield depends on the allies maximum HP. Like this one, where is it? This one, when healing one exceeds limit, grants shield for 2 turns, and healing is 35% of target's maximum HP, not Clara's HP. So if your target have low health, the shield is gonna be, weaker. And only Leon have a far higher shield than Berenice. That's why Berenice is one. Where is my Laura? Where is my Laura? Oh, here she is. Yeah. Laura, look at that. Shield strength from Laura gives a 20% of Laura's maximum HP. This is an epic Esper, and only if an ally already has shield strength plus 25%. This one, Berenice, gives 22 and a bonus of 30%. That's why she is still has the highest shield, the second highest shield in this game. Like the only advantage from Laura that's Berenice doesn't have is that she gives shield every single turn, but that's gonna be in Laura's videos. But for now, we're gonna talk about Berenice. Where is Berenice? Yep. So, advancement, obviously you can keep her at level 50. Her shield is already high enough, but if you have an extra Starimon, go level her up to level 60. The bonus HP that you get from the stats will give a far higher shield to your allies, which makes your allies immortal. But again, you need to judge yourself if it's enough with her at level 50, like you never die anyway with her being level 50, then there is no need to increase her level further. Like that's just gonna be overkill. She's not gonna deal more damage because her first skill and her third skill is literally just useless, aside from the AP down and also the defense down. I'm looking forward for the AP down and defense down, not so much for the attack. So going into the resonance, as usual, the base HP here is the main attraction for Berenice. Stacking as much HP as possible as you can to Berenice is the way to go. The second resonance, when granting shield strength plus 20%, again further increasing the shield that Berenice gives. So this is a must-have. Like this is insanely good for her. The fourth resonance, when HP is below 40%, healing received and shield strength plus 10% further. So this is really good. Like this one is the target's HP. So when she is giving shield to her allies and her allies is dying, they will get more healing and also more shield strength. Which, how good is that? Like she is already a healer at this point. She is a healer that doesn't heal straight away. Like her heal is from regeneration. Like if you play other RPG games, you know that there are certain healers that do that. Usually a druid. They heal their allies using regeneration. So you need to be patient. Like they're not gonna heal straight away, but they gonna be almost impossible to kill because every single turn they gonna heal up their HP. Going to Ascension, again, the best Ascension you can ask for. The first one HP, the second one defense, the third one increase is the one that gives the recovery here. And then after that, HP, resist, and HP. A perfect Ascension for someone like Berenice. Like the resist is also really good. Like you can see here that my equipment give her a really high resist, so she cannot be stopped. You know, she will always every 3 turns give her allies recovery and shield again and again and again. It's gonna be really hard to kill her allies. And you know, a long time ago, I even used her in PvP. Nobody can kill her. Like she grind me PvP for quite so long up until other players have Abigail. Like when Abigail came out, like if she got a Pilimon, obviously she is a much better Esper compared to Berenice because she has so many things that she can provide aside from just giving recovery and shield. And thus everybody now have their own personal legendary Berenice at that point. But before Abigail came out, this is my personal Abigail. Now going into her Divinate, again the bonus HP really good, really nice for her, more HP, more shield. When the bearer's HP is full, instant combos damage plus 15%, instant combo is the second skill, so you don't really need that, you know. And she also have a captain ability, increase ally resist by 20%. Resist is very underrated. Like, you know, in every single game, resist is the stats for PvP. So before they decided to throw away all of our equipment investment and go with the rival rune in here, you know, I always recommend players to, if you want to focus on PvP, do increase your resist. And when everybody was whining about Feng Nuxi, I made a video specifically telling people, go get your resist. You know, this is a pretty much forgotten stats that very underrated. But now because of the rival rune, like unconsciously everybody increasing their resist. Now they unconsciously enjoying the resist that they supposed to have all this time in point war, now in beat bout and knockout. Now you can see that debuff is not so easily being stick to the enemy because everybody now have their natural resist from their rival rune. Now that is all the things about Berenice. Now we can see like in VR Battleground, like how much shield does Berenice give. Let's see. So I'm gonna give Berenice here, and probably bring someone that has a very low HP. Let's see. I'm just gonna bring a random Esper, like without relic. This one. Let's go. Now we gonna make sure that we will move first. So I'm gonna bring a PA, probably. Now we're gonna put it there. So let's go. Okay, so this is Berenice shield. Let's go. Kablam! Half the health, more than half the health of Tie and Heng Ye. And for Berenice, because she has insane amount of HP, she only covered 30% of her HP, which is correct. Because her shield is supposed to be 22% of Berenice's maximum HP, and because they have like a shield buff just now, it's already increased by 30%. So like I said, it's around 29%, so it's 30% of Berenice's HP. So there it is, 30% of Berenice's HP. So this is the shield that everybody got from Berenice. Like good luck destroying this much shield. So if you know that, let's just continue. We're gonna see like how the enemy can break that. Like this is a level 100 enemy, and that's how much damage they deal to our shield. Like, you know, look at that. Like that was 9,000 damage. Yeah, look at that. Berenice is immortal at that point. So look at how weak our Esper actually is. But because of the shield, they pretty much, look at that. Permanent shield. Like she only have one turn down time. And if you get lucky with the ocean set, look at that. It's already one turn again. Now the next turn I can already throw my shield. This is why Berenice is like, you know, you're gonna be your best early game investment. She will make your progress, like content progression, really easy. Look at that. I have permanent shield. No matter how weak my Esperly is, like my Hengye doesn't have any equipment at all. Like they will never gonna die. Let's try see. Do I have a level? Oh yeah, I have a level 1 Esper. Let's see. This one. We will see. Let's go. Okay. So let's see. Oh my god, it's already covering. Look at that. This is how much shield you get for a level 1 Esper. Yeah. So let's see if our Narmer can die, you know. Let's go. Hit Narmer, please. Hit Narmer. I do want to see. I also want to see here. I didn't you know, do any scenario when doing the testing. I just go with the flow. So I'm also gonna be surprised. Like, look at that. He can't do. Hey, wait. I pressed the wrong button. Look at that. He's not gonna die. Although now he's gonna die. Don't hit. Let's move. Come on, Berenice. Come on, Berenice. Shield. Ah. Yeah, that's how weak he is. But look at that. Permanent shield. Yeah, I just misclicked the shield just now. He's supposed to be able to cast the shield just now. So yeah, that is Berenice. She will make all of your allies become immortal, especially early game when you don't have that much investment on legendary Abilimon yet. But now, with the coming of Lian, like, you know, even before Lian, like Abigail already kind of like replacing Berenice a little bit, not from the shield aspect, but from the other utility. Like they replace her because Abigail makes you have unlimited life and also attack up, so blah 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 blah, everything. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Abigail in another video. But look at that. This is how OP Lian is. Like 60%. What the hell? Now, okay. So that's it for Berenice, guys. Yeah. So instead of wasting your legendary Abilimon on legendary Espers, why not invest your money into Berenice? She will make your lineup immortal with the least amount of investment. So thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.